we're going to call this the power framework because it sounds really, it sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
There are 3 steps to this that we're going to outline here. And one of them you've kind of alluded to, but we'll kind of go into it in more detail here. And that is get clear before you show up. Before any event, a date, a play session, check in with yourself.
Yep.
You ask yourself, what do I actually want tonight? What would make me feel empowered walking out of here? And what's a hard no for me right now? So you're setting your own internal boundaries and acknowledging them. So you got to do a little introspection here.
Mm-hmm. And these are those goals that I was telling you that I would set for myself.
Right.
For each event or interaction.
Now, the key thing to remember, this isn't scripting the night. This isn't saying how it's going to happen or who you're going to sleep with or any of that. This is just setting your expectations. And this kind of goes into that whole like setting your expectations low.
Right.
But they're setting your expectations to what you want to happen.
Yeah.
What you're comfortable with.
Right. And, you know, I didn't actually think about this until just now. We kept hearing, have no expectations, have no expectations. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, that sounds great. But
what does that actually mean?
Instead, we did this. We set our expectations for what we wanted to do based on what we wanted to achieve that night, who we wanted to talk to, who we wanted to potentially play with. We set goals for ourselves. It wasn't about not having expectations. It was setting expectations for yourself.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with setting those realistic expectations. By the way, you can also extend this and do this with your partner too. Like this isn't just a solo activity. Right. You should have a powwow ahead of time with your partner about this so that you both have your expectations, but have yours first and then have yours.
Right.
Everybody's got to be in alignment.
Yeah.
Practice the compassionate no. So this is that whole fake it till you make it, or the visualization aspect of it. Mm-hmm. You can say no and still be kind.
Mm-hmm. And I would let someone down gently, as I was mentioning before. And all of this was well thought out with words that I had, practiced in my head. And I could still use that to communicate what I wanted in the moment while being compassionate to others.
Here's some examples, because we love examples. You're lovely, but I'm not feeling a connection right now. So you do the sandwich technique, right? Where you give them a compliment and then let them down.
And then a compliment at the end.
Right.
That one didn't have a compliment.
Doesn't have a compliment at the end, but you kind of don't necessarily need it.
It's an open sandwich.
Yeah. Open face sandwich. This is a deconstructed sandwich.
Right.
I appreciate the invite, but tonight's not the right night for us. Now, some of these open you up for future conversations. And if you were feeling that, then these are really good examples because you go, it is just a tonight thing. We are interested in this couple, so let's let them down gently and leave the door open for later opportunities.
Yes.
And this is a really good one. This is one that we encourage people, especially when we went into a playroom with them, and that was anybody can pull the ripcord at any point. So if you need to pause, just call a timeout. We are okay with anybody saying no at any point. And be comfortable saying, I need to pause here. Can we check in? So that's a communication to your partner, but that could also be with
the other couple.
Group.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to take a pause and check in with each other, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then that's really just it. And then we go, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, take your time. We'll be over here. Just let us know. We'll hang out. Sometimes we hang out for 5 minutes to see if they come back. Sometimes, depending on what the conversation looks like, you go, oh, this is going to be a while. And then you just put on your clothes. And
you don't have to get into the very, feely aspect of why you need to have that conversation to the side. It's in many respects, it's not anybody's business but yours. And
Right.
you and your partner can go figure it out and regroup and come back or not.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
The goal is to, once again, have clarity and kindness, and you don't owe anyone any explanation beyond no thank you. You do the no thank you very well, I will say. I don't.
Yes.
You do it with this, I think it's your voice. It's deep and soothing, and you have a smile when you do it. And it's always like, oh, okay.
And I genuinely mean,
Yeah.
all of this in my head, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not interested in hurting your feelings. You're lovely people, but
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
Except for when they hit the front doorbell and I see that they have a clipboard, and then I'm like, get off my lawn.
Step 3, use direction, not apology. Instead of sorry, but maybe we could try something else. Let's switch it up to
Whatever you're in the mood for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that's what I'm in the mood for. And I've done that, and that works very well.
Yeah, that's the classic magician just redirection, right? Like you don't tell them to not pay attention to what you're putting in your pocket. You just go, and over here, and you give them something shiny to look at.
Shiny, shiny. Direction is empowering and for you and your partners. People respond well to confidence. I used a lot more direction later on in our swinging lifestyle experiences once I kind of figured out my stuff.
Yeah. You
Got my confidence and all that.
and you did a lot of like telling the guy what you wanted and where you wanted.
Yeah, because I was tired of having shitty sex.
There it is. That's the $1 million.
And I said, if I'm gonna put on this makeup and get my body dressed and spend the money to get in the door and deal with the noise and get on a bed that's got a wet spot, I'm gonna tell him what I really want, because time is a wasting.
Right. And I'll reiterate, this isn't bossy.
No.
It's hot. I like being told what to do in a bedroom. I like a woman taking charge and telling me what she wants. Mm-hmm. Never going to bother me. I have always enjoyed that. And it's not even like the dominatrix level.
No.
It's just tell me how to please you.
Yeah.
Tell me what pushes your buttons.
Absolutely.
Because I'll push that button all night if you want me to. When you know what you want and you say it clearly, as I said, it's very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Very attractive.
Permission giving moment. You are not responsible for other people's disappointment. Saying no to one thing is saying yes to your own comfort and boundaries. The right people will respect your honesty. The wrong people will pressure you.
Red flag.
And that's how you know they're wrong.
So we've given you the framework, and we're going to go through some real world scenarios, 3 of them. So first scenario, soft swap that wants to go further. This is probably a pretty typical boundary pushing behavior. So you went into the playroom, you agreed to soft swap, but all of a sudden they're like, yeah, but couldn't we try full swap? I'll just put the tip in. There's a whole bunch of different ways to do that. So the old you before the framework would just be silent and maybe not say yes, but not say no, maybe even give in. And then in the morning, you're going to regret that because you pushed a boundary. And maybe it was a boundary because you and your partner set that down, and he finds out or she finds out later. bad news. The new you. We talked about soft swap, and that's where I'm at tonight. Let's keep it fun, but within that play style.
And we've heard couples say that.
It's easy. And
easy.
If you still get pressured, that's time to leave.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yes. Scenario number 2. The couple you're not into.
And it happens.
Your partner is interested, but you are not. Oh,
that happens all the time.
Imagine that. Old you. Go along. Fake your enthusiasm.
By the way, enthusiasm is a euphemism for fake your orgasm because that's probably what's happening.
New you, privately to your partner, I'm not feeling it with them. Let's keep mingling.
100%. And I would so much rather hear that from you than maybe get into a situation where it goes downhill super fast.
Oh, yeah.
Or we get into a situation. And it's also the waste of time thing. You're not interested. I'm not going to keep using all my best pickup lines.
Yeah.
I'm going to go use them someplace else.
Okay, so let's throw another one in here because this has happened to us where we've gotten split up at a house party and you're super flirty over here and cashing checks.
Never happened.
And I'm over here by the water cooler and I'm having conversations of my own, but it's not over there. And all of a sudden, you three think it's a great idea to go to the bedroom. And then you're like, great, I'll just go get Phoebe. And I'm like, hard stop. Like, what? Huh? Huh? I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
And everyone's all like, let's go. And how do you stop the momentum? If you had 3 people looking at you, you're like, let's go.
Well, first,
what did we do? How did we fix that?
First, we stopped writing checks without checking in with each other. That's the first thing that should have happened. And the second one was, if you're going to write a check or you're interested in writing a check, to tell the people who you're dragging along with you, I'm going to check in with my partner first and find out.
Yes, that has saved us.
That has saved me, you, us a lot.
My transformation, as we have been talking about throughout this podcast and video, my confidence grew and I was definitely more comfortable. It was time to put me first.
Yes.
And that's the shift. It was from performing for others to prioritizing myself and going from caretaker to the driver, from being silent to being vocal. And the result, I had more fun and not less fun, and I got what I wanted.
Yeah, and I got what I wanted because at the end of the night, you were more satisfied or happy with the results. You didn't feel like you had taken one for the team, which was never our agreement. We were never into that.
No, but that's where that subtlety lies, where I wasn't consciously taking one for the team.
Right.
It was me just choosing to do what I thought was easier, which was to just not say anything.
Yeah.
To my own detriment.
Yeah, and that's a good distinction because it wasn't like we'd ever been in we hadn't been in situations where the expectation was that you were going to go along so that I got what I wanted.
Right.
So that the classic taking one for the team, we didn't really do that. We accidentally ended up in situations where that kind of thing sort of happened. But the nuance with this is you being fully committed to it and not mostly committed to it. That like solid yes, not a mostly I'm okay. And I've been in situations where I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. But I think I'm less worried about that because I usually end up having a good time anyway.
Right.
And that's just been my experience with
You're
things.
easy.
I'm very easy.
The other thing I wanted to throw in there real quick is it also made you feel better. So like when I didn't speak up, the next day I felt terrible.
Right.
And then we had a conversation.
And then I felt terrible.
Then you felt really bad.
Right.
And then I felt bad that you felt bad.
Right. It's this like cascade of doom and regret.
And you felt bad for me and bad for the situation and like it all. And then it just kind of tarnished the good time you thought we were having that I was just kind of sort of having.
And if you had found your voice during that event, no doubt we still would have had a great time. We always have a good time at those events. It just would have been a different time.
Yeah.
So it feels hard, it feels difficult, but it's really not. And this is the last little bit, and we'll get into some more questions and read through the chat. The lifestyle loves boundaries. And ethical non-monogamy isn't about saying yes to everything. It's about knowing yourself well enough to say yes to the right things. In other words, knowing what you want, as we keep saying, it's sexy. And getting what you want out of the lifestyle because you asked for it is amazing. And everybody wants to do the thing that makes you happy. Like we're all in this to kind of please our partner. And if the partner wants this thing, providing that is fantastic. It's not a buzzkill. It just knows, you just know which buttons to go after. Mm-hmm. They're the foundation of trust and safety. And for all the research that we've done about women and sexuality and their ability to orgasm, safety is actually one of the number one things for women to be able to achieve orgasm. They have to feel safe. When you speak up, you give other people the permission to do the same. So, as Freebird was saying, women empowering each other.
Yeah.
You set an example. You set this environment where it's comfortable for other people to say something. And you go into a bedroom with another couple and you're comfortable speaking up, then the woman on the bed or the man on the bed also feels comfortable about it. So it's you're letting everybody off easy, right? Like everybody's like, oh, thank God you said that because now we feel comfortable saying no. We weren't going to say no, but now that you've said that we could say no, right? Yeah. Like it's kind of embarrassing as adults that we can't just speak up for ourselves, right? Like we're supposed to be able to do that.